Welcome and thank you for joining me as I reveal the secrets of 10 new shimmies and a lot of new variations and traveling combinations on shimmies featured on the first DVD, 21 shimmies and 1001 variation. Before we start, make sure that you're totally relaxed, that you have done a full warm-up, free your mind, and let's get started. The first new shimmy is the rotation of the chest. As the name reveals, there are involved several rotations of the chest. First, I show you fast, and then we will practice together. Okay. You need exactly 8 rotations in a 4/4 time. Roland is playing now a 4/4 time. That means 2 rotations per beat. 1 beat is a full note, and you can call it 1/4 or 1/4. And you have to succeed in doing 2 rotations per beat. Okay. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. We will do it slowly together. You have to shift your chest from side to side. And then go up and down with small movements. It's up, down, forth, back, up, down, forth, back. Okay, then left, up. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. You go to the side, up, then side and back. Side, up, side and back. Side, forth, side, back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we can create a smooth circle. This circle, it's not only horizontal, do it also vertical. So 2 circles together. It's a small circle inside your body. Dance in 4 speeds. The first speed, very slowly, 1 circle in a 4/4 time. That means 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then double speed. 1, 2. The third speed is the usual speed. 1 circle and 1 rotation per beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But you cannot call it a shimmy. You can call it a shimmy if you succeed twice as fast. 2 rotations per beat. We try it. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, again, slowly. 1 per beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The next shimmy is a combined chest and hip rotation. The hip rotation shimmy I already explained in the first shimmy DVD, but I will explain it to you in a short way. Please bend your knees and then tilt your hips up and down. Don't push it from side to side, it's just up and down. Also, your pelvis, you have to contract it up and down. And don't push it. Up, down, up, down. The hip rotation shimmy, this is the same principle like the chest rotation. So, from side, forward, side and back. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 points and then a circle inside your body, and you can call it a shimmy again if you succeed in doing 8 rotations in a 4/4 time and 2 rotations per beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in a 4/4 time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we are combining the chest. We add the chest rotation to our hip rotation. But you have to do it in the same time. Don't do it one after another, like this. Try to move both in the same time. But if your hips are at the right side, your chest is at the left. If your pelvis is back, your chest is forward. It's always the opposite side. Okay, we just do it together, but very slowly. In slow motion now. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's very feminine and very sexy. So don't touch yourself. And now we try faster. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 per beat. Every rotation is 1/4. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we try the shimmy. 2 per beat. And again slowly, very slowly. One to the right, one to the left, back and forth. And small circles, please. vertical and horizontal in the same time. And the regular speed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, let's practice together the shimmy. From the first shimmy DVD, you already know the muscle vibration shimmy. We use our knees. Simultaneously, we go up and down, and then you use our muscles. But the Egyptian dancers prefer to use their heels to lift them up and down rather than to use the muscles. Lift it up and down. It's a similar effect, but saving their power. For the Rakshaki shoulder shimmy, please make sure that your chest is forward and your shoulders are back. This is a perfect posture. Now lift up your arms, facing the palms down, and now move your shoulder back and forth. First in a slow motion. Now, to call it a shimmy, you need 4 movements per beat. That means in a 4/4 time, 16 movements. Again slowly. It's also possible to do it 2 per beat, but it's more usual the double speed. And now add the Arabic step combination. Go forward, go back, go forward and back. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 steps and 1 step per beat. Add the shoulder shimmy and go back while stepping forth. And while stepping back, go forward with your bust. It's the opposite. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 movements per beat. It's also possible to open your arms and to take them up, up. Certainly, this Rakshaki shoulder shimmy you can also use with the Saidi rhythm. But then you can dance in a stronger way. The Saudi shoulder shimmy is very similar to the Rakshaki shimmy. The only difference is that we use the Saudi rhythm, a sluggish, a dragging rhythm. There are 2 beats to the bar and it sounds like this. Dum, dum, sak, dum, dum, sak, dum, dum, sak, dum, ke, sak, dum, ke, dum, ke, sake, dum, ke, sake. Now let's start with the footwork. We have a closer look to the footwork. It's very important that you have your step forward at the beat. You are on the beat. And the step back is in the offbeat. It's one end, one end, one end, one end. This is one of the main steps and step combinations for the Saudi Arabic dance, for the Khaliji. You can do it with right or with left. The step at the front is on the beat. And back in the offbeat. It's one end, 2 end, one end, 2 end, one end, 2 end, one end, 2 end. And now let's add the shoulder shimmy. And now we go up and down. Use your hair. Hoppa! The next shimmy is a more relaxed ballady shoulder shimmy. Now your posture is different. Your bust is not anymore up, a little bit down now, and your shoulders are a little bit forth. Now we add a shoulder accent. You can take the right or the left shoulder. Both is fine. And now you emphasize. First we do it slowly together. And then we try to do minimum 2 per beat. The perfect rhythm is a Falachi rhythm. First slowly. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then faster. And you see, it's more vibrant. You can walk. Everything is more round and vibrant now, more relaxed. Again, shoulder accent. And fast motion. Hoppa, hip, hip, hip. And now some variations. Start with your accent, shoulder accent. Chest in and shoulder forward a little bit. Faster. And now shift from side to side. Forth and back. Try a camel. Forward, back, forward, back. Start with your chest. Okay, and let's do it. Now 4 points. Left, forward, right and back. And a smooth circle. Now, a very advanced variation. Roll your shoulder. Take your serpent arms, but more shoulder movement than arms. Roll back and add your bellady shoulder shimmy. Don't forget your accent. Emphasize with one shoulder of your choice. let's get started with the folkloric shoulder shimmy up and down. The posture is the same. Shoulders a little bit forward and bust a little bit down. And you go up and down with your shoulder, but emphasizing down, 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 and minimum 2 per beat. 2 or 4 per beat. Don't move your hands and don't move your arms. Make sure that everything is under control. Just move your shoulder. Bend your elbow. Don't move your hands. Also, you can put your hands on the hips for a gypsy, a Turkish gypsy, for example. In this case, you can move your hips like a figure of 8. It's also common in Nubian dance, and it's also common in a simple rakshaki, for example with a sexy walk. For this purpose, we take the Masmudi Sahir and start with the slow motion. As you can see, it's a little bit slower. It's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And again in a folkloric way, faster. Gypsy style. Don't forget to emphasize down. We can add some variations. For example, the same variations we have done before. You can shift your chest from side to side. And up and down. You can add the camel wave. Starting with your chest, forward, back, forward, back is a buckle. Add the folkloric shoulder shimmy, 4 per beat. Also possible 2 per beat. Next variation is a circle. Small circle inside your body. And the shoulder roll. Make sure that your arms are under control. And now an advanced variation. Take your hips up and down, up and down, up and down. Bend your knees. And let's do it together with the folkloric shoulder shimmy. It's twice as fast. Hips slowly and shoulder movement double speed. Start with your hips and add your folkloric shoulder. Move your shoulder up and down, and hip left and right. The Persian shoulder shimmy is very similar to the Rakshaki, but now you need to tense your muscles, the bust muscles and the upper arm muscles. It's very filigree, very small. You can use it in a Persian dance. And now we have 8 movements per beat. In a 4/4 time, that means 32 movements due to your muscle work. And again, tense your muscles around this area. Shoulder and upper arm muscles. Your shoulders are back, your bust is forward. And now let's do some traveling combination. For this purpose, we need the same step combination we have done before in the Saudi Arabic dance. This is one of the main and basic step combinations for folkloric dance. The step at the front on the beat, the step back in the offbeat. And now you can travel from side to side and add your shoulder shimmy. Don't forget your muscle work. So your shoulder shimmy is very, very filigree. We can do it also with the Masmudi Sahir. The African shoulder shimmy is a very vibrant but relaxing one. You can use it to Arabic, Afro music or Latino, American, Arabic music, but don't use it to traditional or classical Mid-Eastern dance, for example, Kulthum. And now let's do it slowly together. Take your arms up, move your arms and shoulders up and down, and also move your hips up and down. Your shoulder is going against your hip. Hip is going up and the same shoulder is going down. So you move your whole body, shoulder, arms, hands, facing to the heaven. Move your hips. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. combined flutter, muscle and hip shimmy, just a quick review of each shimmy. We start with a muscle shimmy. For this purpose, you need to tense all your muscles through the leg, but stop the tension here. From the bottom upwards, you have to relax all muscles. Start with one leg, then push it to the floor. Move your knees back and forth, but little. And now add the hip shimmy, up and down, up and down. This is one of my favorite shimmies. Please relax. Relax your stomach, relax your bottom, and relax all your upper muscles. Relax your arms. And still tension through your leg. And now the flatter. Tense your muscles and emphasize out, 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 out. Now let's start it with another principle. Try it without breathing. Take a little bit air and then stop. But you have to train and to practice a lot, otherwise you can get a stitch. You have to emphasize out, out, out. But if you feel more comfortable with breathing, it's also okay. You can breathe or not breathing. If you want to breathe, please superficial, like a dog. Okay, and now let's combine all three shimmies. We start with the muscle shimmy, then add the hip shimmy, and now start with some accents in slow motion. Faster the flatter. And again, try to be relaxed. Start again with tension through your leg. Add the hip shimmy. And first try to emphasize your muscles of your tummy. Let your tummy vibrate. And make accents. Flutter accents. Before we start with the Asian head shimmy, just one important thing at the beginning. Attention, please try and dance the head shimmy, just if you do not suffer from pain, back pain or headache. So if you feel comfortable, try to use your chin and to shift from side to side. Use your muscles, your neck muscles. And now we try 2 small movements per beat. If you do it slowly, in slow motion, it's just a head movement. You cannot call it a shimmy. You can call it a shimmy only if you succeeded in doing 2 movements per beat. And if we have 4 beats, there are exactly 8 movements. The faster you are, the smaller is your movement. And the smaller your movement, the faster you are. Again, let's practice slowly. Your chin is moving from side to side. Use your neck muscles. And now smaller movements and faster. Slowly. If you feel uncomfortable, just watch. Now I will show you some variations of the hip shimmy. Bend your knees, tilt your hips up and down, 2 per beat, and in a 4/4 time we have again 8 movements. So each hip movement is 1/8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 2 per beat. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And now try to add some variations. A figure of 8 outside. And make sure that your hip shimmy is continuously, non-stop. And always 2 per beat. And the same with a figure of 8 inside and forward. But when you add your shimmy, your figure of 8 is more beautiful if you do it slowly. Now your chest and your upper body shift from side to side. And now shift forth and back. Now the isolation is very important. Please have your body under control. Don't move your arms. And now faster. Chest your bust up and down. And you can combine it with a circle. The circle is in slow motion. You can do also a figure of 8 with your chest and with your upper torso. First, a figure of 8 inside. Start with your shoulder. Add your hip shimmy. And again, please make sure that your figure of 8 is in slow motion. Figure of 8 outside, like the Maya. Upper torso Maya, shoulder circle, up and out, and then you go down and in. Up, down, outside, inside. Take your arms with you. Or figure of 8 outside. Again, start with your shoulder. So do you remember the triplet from the first shimmy DVD? If not, I will explain you again. It's 3 hip movements per beat for walking combination. You can call it a triplet or a triol. It's a 3/4 shimmy, 3 per beat. It's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The triplet is not the shimmy. It's a variation of your speed. The shimmy is a hip shimmy. And now we need it for all traveling combination. Start with a camel undulation. Bend your pelvis. And then push it out. Bend your knees. Contract your pelvis. And push forward. Add your step. Step at the front and push forward. Step back and your pelvis is back. So forward, back, and add your hip shimmy, 3 per beat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Every step is 1 beat. 1 step per beat. Now 4/4 time and 4 steps. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 times 4, there are exactly 12 hip movements. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 3 per beat and 3 per step. You already know the Hagala, right step with left hip and left hip with right step. This is a feminine style. Your weight is back. And we can add the hip shimmy. And the same principle now, 3 per beat and 3 per step. It's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And now try with me the double Hagala. That means this is a half Hagala. And we do 2 steps, 2 to the right and 2 to the left, adding the hip shimmy, 3 per beat. Okay, let's do it. It's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Emphasize by stretching your knees. Stretch your knees. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. There are 2 steps to the side. 2 to the right and 2 to the left, and now step forward. There is a little intermission, because you have to emphasize and you stretch your knees. Left with right, right with left. And your weight is back. The slow Hagala is a very unusual combination because now you have 1 step in 2 beats. The regular Hagala was 1 step per beat, and if we have a 4/4 time, we have 4 steps. And now in a 4/4 time, we have 2 steps. Just start with the hagala and later we will add the shimmy. There are 1, 2, 1, 2 steps in a 4/4 time. You know there are 3 hip shimmies per beat and now we have 2 beats. That means 6 hip shimmies. The regular one, fast and double steps. Now again, the slow hagala. 2 steps in a 4/4 time. This is a half speed of the normal speed. And adding 6 hip shimmies per step and for 2 beats. Now I'm going to show you the Suharzaki step, adding the hip shimmy, 3 per beat. It's very important to shift your hips from side to side and to go down. Use your knees. Your hip is only able to go down if you bend your knees. And now add the hip shimmy. And you can emphasize so you have a little intermission. It's not enough only to go down. If you only go down, you have the half hagala. It's very important to shift to the side. Shimmy, stop, shimmy, stop, shimmy, stop. And now add the Arabic step combination. And the Suharzaki. And the shimmy. Without shimmy, push from side to side. And add the shimmy. The next traveling combination I want to show you is the double Suharzaki. First we will practice together slowly without shimmy and later we will add the shimmy. Push and go down, push and go down. 1 and 2. After the second, you stretch your knees so you have an accent. You emphasize 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, push forward. And now add your hip shimmy. This is the Arabic figure of 8. Your hip movement is going inside, forward. And for adding the hip shimmy, you need now 5 hip movements. We have now 2 steps in a 4/4 time and 1 step in 2 beats. Usually you have time for 6 shimmies, but now you have an accent, you have a little pause, intermission, so that's why you have only 5 hip shimmies. Let's do it together. First, the Arabic figure of 8. Left step with right hip and right step with left hip. There is another figure of 8 with your foot outside, outside, and hip figure of 8 inside. Now add the hip shimmy. Stop, shimmy, stop. Have 2 steps in a 4/4 time. 1, 2, 1, 2, and 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 step per 2 beats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hip shimmies. Without shimmy. And now add the shimmy again. Break, shimmy, intermission, shimmy. Accent, shimmy, accent, shimmy. Okay, now the basic circle while traveling. Start with your right step and your circle to the right side. And your weight is right. The same to the left. The same step with the same hip direction. Now add the hip shimmy, 3 per step and 3 per beat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 steps in a 4/4 time. That means, again, 12 hip movements. My favorite circle is a diagonal circle. For this purpose, we need the half agala. With right step, you can do the left circle, and left step, the right circle. It's the opposite. Again, half agala, emphasizing the last hip, right step and left hip emphasizing, or left step and right hip emphasizing. After emphasizing, you start your circle backwards. With left step, your circle is right, and with your right step, your circle is left. You travel to the side, you can travel forward, you can travel backwards. And now add the shimmy, 3 per beat again. Change the step. It's possible earthy or on high heels. Change the step. Okay, girls, with less belly, I will show you now another way of the Gawazi shimmy. You know already the way of stomping, but now you can do the Gawazi shimmy with your hip shimmy, 3 per beat and 3 per quarter. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Start with the same step and the same hip. Right step and right hip, left step and left hip. Now let's do it slowly. Right with right, left with left. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Right, left, right, left. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, left with left, right with right. And now the shimmy speed. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Add a simple hip kick at beat number 7 and 8. And Roland is playing now some rolls. This is not a rhythm, this is a pattern. Right with right, and your accents to the right side. Left with left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, right, left, accents left, and arms opposite, the other side. You are ready for more variations of the muscle shimmy? Let's do it. Muscle shimmy, head circle, bust circle, hip circle. All circles one direction. Tense the muscle through your leg. Relax with the hip shimmy. Now start with your head circle, bust circle, chest circle. Add the hip circle and the head and hip circle all in the same time. Now try a figure of 8 with your upper body inside. Take your shoulder with you, forward, and your chest. side. The speed of your shimmy you can't count anymore, but it's minimum 32 movements in a 4/4 time and sometimes 64. It's not possible to count because it's too fast. Relax all your muscles upwards. Mostly we use the hip shimmy for our traveling steps, but now I have an exception for you. Try the muscle shimmy, first earthy. And it's very difficult because you have to continue your shimmy also with one leg after another. Keep on doing, don't stop. It's very slowly. And now we will try it on high heels. Keep on doing, don't stop. For tiptoe variations, you need 4 steps and 4 hip shimmies per beat. That means in a 4/4 time you have 16 movements. 4 steps, but the steps are very small. Don't go up and down, just sticking on the floor. And now try the camel undulation, backwards, non-stop. Four steps and 4 hip movements per beat. Now try the Maya with the tiptoe shimmy. Firstly, bend your knees and then go to the side and then go down. One after another. First go to the side and down. Push to the side and go down. Push to the side, down. Now try to add the tiptoe shimmy. But don't go right, left, right, left. Try to go to one direction. Okay, let's start. Again, 4 steps per beat and 4 hip movements. Your Maya is in slow motion. Tiptoe combined with a figure of 8 is very easy on the spot. But for traveling combination from side to side, it's much more difficult. We try firstly on spot. First tiptoe and then add your figure of 8 backwards. Try to travel continuously. Non-stop. Has to be fluent. And now the same principle for the figure of 8. Inside. It's easy on spot. When starting traveling, please do it continuously. For twist variations on spot, you need exactly 2 movements per beat. Open your legs and try the twist back and forth. Don't move your arms, but you can move your hands like a circle. Now add the figure of 8 outside, backwards, in slow motion. Add the twist shimmy. We have the same principle now for the figure of 8 inside, adding the twist shimmy. The figure of 8 in slow motion and the twist shimmy 2 per beat. Let's do it together. For a folkloric dance, you can use the twist shimmy, for example, adding it to an Arabic step combination. But now we need 3 twist movements per step and per beat. Starting right step and right hip. It's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's practice slowly. Right step, fourth, and right hip. 3 hips per beat. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Back, 2, 3, middle. 1, 2, 3, spot, 2, 3. Back, 2, 3, spot. Forward, on spot. Back, spot. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. From the back side. Again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Right with right, left with left. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now in fast motion. Firstly, the step. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Also the common rhythm is the Saidi. This step is earthy. For advanced and for master, one more flatter variation. It's very hard, but practicing makes you perfect. Start with your camel wave, chest up and down, forth and back. And now add your flatter. one more. We can combine tiptoe with flatter. Hope you enjoyed this video. The music can be found on Roland Percussion CD, Rhythms and Drums. And remember, have always fun and keep on practicing!